Hello everybody, this is episode number 7 of the Speaking Podcast. I'm Roy Collin, and today's episode is with Elena Paweta, and it covers about how she organised TEDx events, in normal one in Łódź and also a women's one in Warsaw. She's also discussing about Dale Carnegie and also how she juggles her young family with what she's achieving. So be sure to follow us on Facebook, Speaking Podcast, our website, speakingpodcast.com. You'll also find us on Instagram and YouTube, Speaking Podcast. So I hope you enjoy the episode.
Hello everybody, I'm here with Elena Paweta. She's originally Russian, but she's now living in Warsaw. And she has actually helped me a lot because I mentioned in the first podcast that I went to a club and I was too nervous to go back, and it was actually Elena that opened a new club which I joined. So thank you very much for doing that.
Thank you, and hello everyone.
So let's start by how your speaking started. Like, where, when you were younger, did you have bad experiences?
Yes, I was not very good speaker, let's say, when I was a student and I had to present my projects in front of everyone. I was very stressed. My adventure with the public speaking started when I started PhD studies, and I had to speak to students, to a big crowd of people, and I actually had to speak in a foreign language, which was Polish for me, because Russian is my mother tongue and Polish was my third language. English was my second. I felt quite comfortable in English, and I realized that I have to speak to people in Polish, which was quite stressful. So at one of scientific blogs, I found the information about Toastmasters International Organization, where people can develop public speaking skills. So I came there, and I'm still there for 5 years now, because in the beginning I really improved my public speaking skills. My first 10 speeches, 10 speaking projects were in Polish language. And when I did my 10th project in Polish language, which is like a milestone in Toastmasters, I was so proud of myself. I was like master of the universe. However, at the later stages, I realized that there are so many aspects of public speaking which we can develop, like storytelling, like informational speaking, entertaining speaking, humorous speaking, and many other aspects which we can work on.
And I actually love that about the Toastmasters, because it's kind of like a milestone. So you know that, okay, the first project you were doing 10 speeches, and then you were getting a different manual. And for me, I did speaking on television and on radio, and it's kind of definitely helped me. So what ones did you do? What projects did you do afterwards?
I did storytelling, which helped me a lot, because I was always kind of informative speaker. So I was presenting the information as, a PhD student, teaching people. This was my style, and the storytelling was a bit of a challenge for me, because it is about evoking emotions, about telling my own emotions, which I do not usually do in public. However, it required telling about my personal experience, about my emotions, and I saw that people actually react to this, and the power of storytelling, how we can bond with people, with the audience, is really amazing. So it is worth trying this.
And do you find, like with the students, have you actually put the storytelling into your teaching to make them retain the information better?
Yes. When I'm working with students, I use storytelling, and I use it consciously. Sometimes I can really see the difference when you're just telling the raw information, presenting some slides, theories, bullet points. The reaction is normal. Students are making notes and normal reaction. But when you start telling stories, they are like, watching you all the time. You can see that they feel these emotions, and then after that, the quality of retaining the information is completely different, much better.
Oh, fantastic! And like you've recently become distinguished Toastmaster, so you've progressed a lot, and like you formed, as I mentioned at the start, one of the clubs. Could you tell people how you went about that? And you actually it was very fast when you actually succeeded to make it a chartered club.
Yes, at some point in Toastmasters, I decided to open my own club, and this was the club in my university. So as I was a PhD student and I saw how professors present, how PhD students present, how students present, I really thought that Toastmasters is something that is needed at the university. So I decided that I want to have such club at my university so that people can practice public speaking skills. However, it was very interesting that not so many students joined. And this club still exists 2 years later at the same university. And there are no students from the university. It is weird for me, but as I realized, students do not understand the value of public speaking. So you need to really get to this point when you realize how important it is, how important this confidence is for your professional life, for your career. So I think that student clubs are of course good, and gavel clubs for youth. There are gavel clubs for youth under 18 years old, which is also amazing. However, only as a short term, so not as a lifelong learning, as some Toastmasters, as we know, are in the organization for 10, 20, 30 years, and they still continue, and they say that there is so much to learn yet.
I've actually never heard of the Gavel Club. Is there ones in Poland, or is it just in America?
There were some initiatives in Poland. I'm not sure if there are such clubs now. So there are gavel clubs for youth under 18, usually in schools, in high schools. And there is also youth leadership project. This is a short-term project for several weeks for children, even for younger children. I'm actually planning to do youth leadership project in my daughter's school, maybe in a few years when they will be conscious enough. I think that it's these teenage years are the best to start planting this seed of confidence of public speaking.
Yes, and no matter what they do, and even in university, presenting a project, because I know that when I was doing one, I failed miserably on presentation. The project was fantastic, but actually my presentation skills let me down, and I got a poor grade on the presentation. It makes such a difference. So you've actually recently organised TEDx for women in Warsaw, which is a fantastic achievement. So you might tell us the journey of how it came about and how you organised the speakers and stuff.
Okay, so I'm organising TEDx conferences in Poland for the last 4 or 5 years, and it all actually started in Toastmasters Club when we were discussing at one of the after parties in Łódź. We were discussing that it would be great to organize TEDx in Łódź, and so we discussed it, and no one did anything. We just went back home, and I thought that why discuss? We need to act. And I decided to apply for this license. And TED is an American organization, so you have to fill in the form, the application, to prove that you will be a good organizer. So you need to name all the projects you organized before to prove that you will organize a good quality event. And in the beginning, I got rejected. Because I wanted to organize the event connected to entrepreneurship and innovation. This is my topic, which I'm interested in scientifically. And they said that TEDx cannot be only one topic. It should cover a wide variety of topics. So I got rejected, but of course I did not resign.
Nothing can knock you down.
Exactly. So I just applied one more time, changed the application as they said, and then I got accepted. And I remember this first time when I saw the email from TED that, "Dear Elena, you have been granted a license to organize TEDx event in Łódź." I remember that I was very happy, of course, but I was so shocked. I didn't know what to do. Like, how am I going to do this? This is a huge conference. I've never organized something like this. I did scientific conferences before, but this is something completely different. At scientific conferences, you already have the venue, which is a university. You already have speakers who apply themselves, and they already know what to say. So you just cover the venue and food and drinks. So nothing special, and you don't record. You don't have production. And TEDx was a much bigger undertaking. So I posted on Facebook that I have license to organize TEDx event and who would like to help me. Not hoping to see much feedback, but I was so surprised that so many people wanted to take part in this event and to co-organize it. For me, it was something unbelievable that I just made this one step, and then the crowd of people joined me and started doing the work. So I was not competent in many things. I didn't know anything about production, about marketing, about many things. But the team which joined and which helped me, we did it all together. The result was amazing.
Was that the Toastmasters group you posted, or in general, just your own friends group?
I posted on my Facebook wall, so many Toastmasters joined, because Toastmasters like such initiatives, and also people who organized TEDx events before joined, and also people who are getting engaged with TEDx. They are people who want more in life. They travel a lot. They do many non-profit things. They speak many languages. They know many people. They have huge networks. So when I was 2 times at conference at TED events for TEDx organizers from all over the world in New York, and every time I just loved those people whom I met, because they are from all over the world, from China, Russia, Africa, from every part of the world, and they have the same attitude as me. They are doing many things non-profit. They're so open-minded, open for new initiatives. So they're just amazing. And here in Poland as well, people who join TEDx initiatives, they are like that. So this is great pleasure to work with them. And now in Warsaw, I moved to Warsaw over a year ago from Łódź. I did not know anyone. So I moved there, and the first thing I did is I signed up to Toastmasters Club, because this is my tribe. And then I wrote to TEDx organizers, "Hi, I'm in town." They also invited me to their meeting. There is TEDx Warsaw, big event which is held for 10 years every year, and they have their team, but there was no TEDxWarsawWomen event. So I found my own niche, and I decided to try. And I did not even post on Facebook yet. I just talked to a few people in Toastmasters Club, just started talking to people, and many people started writing to me on Facebook. This was amazing, that it is enough just to say a word, just to tell your idea to the world, and the world starts responding. People are writing on Facebook, calling me, people I don't even know, that, hi, I heard that you're organizing the TEDx Women event, I want to join. And it was amazing. When I got licensed, I posted that I'm searching for people, and people who joined the group of organizers were so amazing, like professionals from many different spheres, also students and people of different ages, women and men. It is an event for women, but we have men in the organization team. We had 3 men as speakers, and it all went amazing because such great people joined the team. I was just leading and having the vision, but many things were done by other people.
And like, how many months before the event do you actually start everything?
We started about 6 months earlier, just with a vision, with an idea. So we sat together in a coffee shop, had discussion, how our team will look like, who wants to do what. And it was just casual discussion. We never had such a business structure that we have a PowerPoint presentation. We're just sitting and chatting casually all the time. And last Friday, when we finished our event, there were 500 people. We were in a theater in the center of Warsaw, in Palace of Culture and Science. And we had amazing speakers, and everyone from the team, when we sat together and for a feedback session after the event, they all said that, wow, that few months ago we were just sitting and casually chatting. It was just an idea, just nothing. And now it is such a huge event, and this event had such a great impact. People are writing articles, some blog articles. We are getting private messages. Today I got a call from an event organization that they want to cooperate with us and to organize some event for women. So the feedback was really huge.
And do you get like a checklist from TEDx, or must you create everything from scratch yourself? Do they kind of give you like a template how you should organize it?
Yes, it is actually open on TED.com webpage, and this is what I suggest to everyone who organizes any kind of event, not necessarily TEDx event, because TED really made a very advanced manual on how to organize a really professional event, and they thought this through so that the experience of people is the most important. Very often we come to business events and we hear pitching all the time, people are selling ideas, and you don't see this on TEDx event. Every partner, every sponsor who is present at the meeting gives value. So there is no partner who is just giving leaflets or inviting or making sales presentation. So no speaker is allowed to make sales presentation, no workshop is allowed to sell anything. And every partner who is presenting their services in the foyer, they need to give value. We had, for example, a company with virtual reality glasses, we had coffee for our participants, we had foundation which is they're doing research and they're helping women with breast cancer, so they were giving workshops and how to diagnose, what to do. So everything what happened there was giving real value to participants, and everyone found something for themselves.
Brilliant. And what about the speakers? How do you go about finding the speakers and knowing that they'll be good? Do you have a way of checking that?
TEDx speakers are not always good speakers. Moreover, professional speakers are not allowed to be at TEDx stage because TEDx is about ideas, and they put ideas first. So when we declare, when I apply for a license, I need to declare what ideas will be present at my stage. I don't have to tell names. I just need to tell that someone will be speaking about something. And when we have the ideas we want to share, then we start searching for speakers. And it is actually quite interesting because on one hand we are searching for speakers who are a little bit in the shadow and who don't have opportunity to speak in front of crowds of people. So trainers, coaches, presenters, professional speakers are not the target audience for TEDx conference. Celebrities as well. Few celebrities wanted to be speakers at TEDx because for them this is like a business card, having
personal branding.
Yes, personal branding, having your TED talk in the internet, putting it on your web page. Yes, this of course adds value. However, it does not give value to our participants, and we really need unique ideas which were not shared before. And our speakers were from many different topics. We had a cook, who was speaking about zero waste cooking.
That's very interesting.
Yes, we had an entrepreneur, CEO, who was not speaking about business and about being successful in business. She was speaking about that she always wanted to make documentaries, and she ended up in a startup which is famous all over the world, and now she has to do it, and she's okay with this, but she wanted to do documentaries. And then she met this amazing woman who is 86 years old, and she just told us the story of this woman. And she said that she made friends with her, person which was completely not obvious for her, let's say, circle of friends. And she made a documentary. And she said that in 2 days, my first documentary will show up. So we share such ideas which are not obvious and which are not shared usually at big stages.
And like in your work, like you're now doing Dale Carnegie, and I have read the Dale Carnegie book, so I know on public speaking it's a fantastic book. So
yeah.
Like, how has that affected your business career with the public speaking?
Well, I joined Dale Carnegie about a year and a half ago, and now I'm Dale Carnegie trainer. This is actually apart from books of Dale Carnegie himself. Dale Carnegie Training is an international training organization, which is present in many countries all around the world, and they are over 90 years old. They are over 100 years old. So this company was started by Dale Carnegie himself, then it was run by his wife, and now by his daughter. And this is the only training company which has a unique training methodology, which has a ISO certification of quality. So every trainer is trained the same way all over the world. And this is actually amazing, because when I was in New York, I went to Dale Carnegie course there. This is a standard product all over the world, and I thought that no, it should be a bit different, not exactly the same. They are giving exactly the same value as we do here, and the participants have exactly the same results. So it is just amazing. And the methodology itself presented by Dale Carnegie training is, on one hand, it is increasing self-confidence and increasing personal effectiveness, but on the other hand, something which is very much connected, also increasing public speaking skills and increasing this confidence and this leadership skills. So I would say that what we do in Toastmasters, what we practice for months and years, at a very short course in Dale Carnegie, at the Dale Carnegie course or High Impact Presentations course, you can get in 2 days. So I really saw transformations that in the beginning of the first day, person is very much closed and is really shy. But in the end of the second day, they're just opening up. They are such great presenters, and we are recording all the presentations. And when they see their last presentation, they say, wow, this is not me. This is not me. But the thing is that you need to keep practicing this. Yeah, it is possible to achieve amazing results. Actually, one of the speakers from my TEDx conference now went to High Impact Presentation course in Dale Carnegie. I recommended him, and he actually did, although he's very busy business-wise, but he saw the value in this, and before his TED Talk, he went to this course, and when he presented his TED Talk, he was like so confident, open gestures, was standing stable. So you could see that this person really worked on this thoroughly. However, you need to practice it. It is impossible to be the best and then stay the best for the rest of your life. Yes, if you want to be good in something, then you need to do it regularly.
And is it just 2 days, or is it longer, this course?
High Impact Presentation course lasts for 2 days. Yes, and it really gives amazing transformation.
And what you've done is actually you're certified now to train people doing that. Is that what you're?
I'm giving the trainings.
Okay.
Yes, so I was certified because the process of trainer certification is very long and it has many stages. You need to pass like exams or tests on every stage, and some people pass, some people don't pass. I managed to go through all of those stages. I became certified Dale Carnegie trainer, but anyway, I need to make recertification every 2 years to stay at the high level.
And do you go into corporations and kind of work with employees in a corporation, or is it just that you find individuals to do this, the 2-day training?
We have corporations, companies which order trainings for their employees, and we also have open events. So anyone can come and have a training on certain days, once a month or once in 2 months. But the majority of business is just in the companies.
Okay, excellent. So, I mean, you've done some amazing things. What's next on the horizon for you? You obviously have a next goal in line. Are you going to do another TEDx? Is the TEDxWomen going to be a yearly event for you?
Yes, TEDxWomen will definitely be a yearly event for me. But now I have, of course, the next goal at the horizon, which is to run a marathon in 3 months. And now I decided to put aside all my business goals and focus on my trainings, which I have 4 trainings a week, which is quite intensive. And I think that this will be one of the milestones that I need to finish.
And the thing is, like, the listeners don't know, but you're actually a mother of 2 young daughters.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful daughters, which I've met. How do you juggle all of this? How are you able to achieve what you've done, which is incredible, with a young family?
Well, my family is actually a huge support, because when I started PhD studies and I started Toastmasters, my younger daughter, Mary, she was just born. And I did not have much time at all. Now, as they're 8 and 5, they can play with each other. I can say that, okay, go and watch Harry Potter for an hour, and I'm having a call. And back then, when the child was small, it was impossible. So I knew that I have 1 hour or 2 hours. I think that it was from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. I had just 2 hours for myself when I had to do everything. And then I was writing scientific articles, I was preparing my Toastmasters speeches, and then I knew that during the day I will not manage it. That's why I think that when you have this time pressure and you know that you have only this time, like now, for example, when I don't have trainings or classes with students and my daughters are in school, I know that now I have few hours to work on a certain list of things, my to-do list, and I'm just doing this. And I think that they are not, they are just being motivation for me being active.
Okay, no, perfect. So I know you've actually a speech tonight and you'll have to leave soon. So how can people contact you if they want to reach out and ask about maybe TEDx or do the Dale Carnegie training with you?
Well, I invite you to contact me on Facebook or on LinkedIn. You can find me also on Instagram. I'm on all social media and I'm always very open to all contacts and new opportunities.
No, that's fantastic. So really enjoyed this interview. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
So that's it for today. Be sure to subscribe and give us a positive rating on iTunes or whatever platform you're listening to. Also, every single episode is different, so be sure to go back and listen to all the other ones. You can follow us on speakingpodcast.com. Our Facebook is Speaking Podcast. We're on Instagram and YouTube, Speaking Podcast. So until next week, thank you very much.